back. I'm Buffy with Buffy Designs. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you like my video. And also subscribe, and you'll see lots more of these types of videos to come. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming back and watching my videos and helping me out and supporting me. Today's video, I am going to show you how I did that cute wall hanging with the shutters in my entryway. And also I have to decorate this tree and in Valentine's, because I want to be done with Valentine's and have it all up, and then I won't have to change it again until next month. So I've started a few decorations on it, but I'm going to create more of these little heart pillow type decorations to hang on the tree, and I want to show you how to do that as well with easy products and inexpensive items. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and stay tuned to the end so that I can tell you what's coming up next and have more fun with all of this. So let's get to the video. Thanks. Okay, so here I show you I have 3 panels of the shutter, and I ended up getting these a few years back. It's a set of 2 that were connected together. So I took one apart and I'm attaching it now to the one that's already got 2 attached together. So it's a 3-panel shutter for the wall hanging. And everything was easy to just take off and attach back over to this side. All the hardware was already on it, thank goodness, and I just was able to take it off and save it. So then now you can see this is the front, the other was the back. The front, I wanted that little piece in the center of each panel to be decorative, and so that's why I chose that for the front. You can do whatever that you like, but I really like that one. And it lays flat, easier on the wall with the back being the way it is without the little pull tabs on it. And now I'm taking off the other side of the hardware on the shutter that I just attached, because I don't want it to show when I paint it. I don't want it to look like I'm going to attach another shutter, even though you could if you wanted to, but I just didn't like the way it was hanging there. And so I'm just taking that all off, and then that way, once it's off too, I'm going to paint just right over it. I'm not going to cover any holes or anything, because I want it to have that rustic look of it just came off and I'm just painting over it, just like you know, the old days when people would do that. So in a minute I'll show you the front a little bit better, but it looks like I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting that out. My little tiny screwdriver I have kept unscrewing the top, so it was making it difficult. But once I get that off, it goes a little bit more smoothly. There we go. And now here I'm showing you that I have my gloves on to paint, and I'm using the Rust-Oleum linen chalk paint from Amazon, and I'll put that link down below so that you can purchase it there as well. It's the cheapest I could find on Amazon for that brand. It is a really good high quality paint, and being chalk paint, it's makes it even better. I do know that it took a lot of paint to cover this, and I'm covering the back actually right now. Trying to get into all the little grooves was kind of a pain. The repetitive motion was making my wrist go numb, but it was definitely worth it. And now here I'm painting the front and getting in all the grooves there. That definitely was a lot more difficult with that that little handle in the front for to pull them back and forth. Made it a little bit more difficult, but I was able to still get it done. And definitely, if you aren't afraid of a little elbow grease, this is definitely a project for you. It did take a lot of time to get completed, but I was so impressed with it at the end. I'm pretty proud of this piece, and it turned out really awesome, and I just love it. I only painted the back side of this with one coat since it is the back. I didn't really care at this time to have to do another coat to save on paint, but the front definitely is going to need another coat from this one. As you can see, it was covering, you know, to a point, but definitely showing through too much, and I didn't want that much of a distress to it. And so I'm still covering it up here. Oh, and then as you're painting, I wanted to have more of a rustic look, like an old-fashioned painted job with the brush, with the lines. And when you paint with the chalk paint brush, which is round, you can use that and it would definitely be a lot smoother and wouldn't have the brush strokes in it. But I used the brush on purpose so that I could have those marks on it. It made it look a little bit better. But again, if you want something smooth, definitely get one of the round chalk paint brushes. And those are on Amazon too. I just barely got a new one, so if you want, I can put that down below too. Okay, so now I've waited for it to dry and it's all complete and dry, and now I'm just sanding, and I'm just sanding as much as I can, and then getting the little dings here and there to make it look like it was scuffed up, and that was it. So that's the end of the project. And now on to the Valentine's hearts. Here I've just cut out a piece of paper the old-fashioned way and made a heart shape pattern, and because I'm a sewer, I like to use paper patterns with fabric. And this fabric is from the Dollar Tree, just out of the automotive section. They have these red rags that you can buy, and they make the perfect rustic pillow and rustic heart pillows. They're just really that perfect coloring. So here I'm just hot gluing from 3/4 of the way down and then putting them together easy so you're not having to sew, stuffing it a little bit with some batting and then gluing it shut. Now I've used that Dollar Tree lace ribbon to make a little bow and then put the twine on the back to hang it on my tree. Next is a burlap one. This is really easy. Burlap is so easy to use, and it's just fun to use for crafts. And I just did the same thing with the same size little pattern, this one's smaller, and then just glued it the same way. All of these hearts that I'm doing are pretty much repetitive, and you just can do them however you want to embellish them. But this one I used a cute little tiny red ribbon from Joann's. I'm not sure if they have it still, but I've had this for a long time. And then again, a little hanger on the back. And like I said, repetitive. So another one out of that same rag material, same size as this little one. And just cutting it out again and doing the same thing. be careful with the hot glue because it sure burns your fingers if you're not careful. I have that little spatula that Dollar Tree has. It's for nails, like acrylic nails, but it sure works good for hot glue. And now for this little red heart, I used the same Dollar Tree ribbon, but I cut it long ways so that it would make a thinner ribbon like that. It turned out super cute. And again, the twine. Now this next one is a little bit bigger heart out of the burlap again. And it's about the same size as the first one I did. But this one is my favorite. It turned out so cute. And I cut a smaller heart, as you can see in a minute here. I figured out that one was too big, so I did a smaller one. And this is the Sharpie paint pen. First time using it, and I love it. It's so easy to use, and you can put as little or as much as you want in it, and it was just really easy to use on that burlap. I was surprised because I was worried it was going to bleed all the way out, but it worked really well on it. And so I'm really pleased with this one. It just was so pretty when it was all put together. And you'll see in a minute how cute it turns out. And especially with that burlap, the hot glue seeps through, so that little spatula was handy. And then I had a little bit of a difficult time gluing the top of that. I don't know why it wasn't staying. I think maybe I stuffed it too much. But like I said, that spatula came in handy. And then I was gluing it to my table. So it's all complete now. And then I put that little ribbon on the inside heart instead of the outer part, and it turned out so cute. Look at that. It turns out so cute. I just love this one. This is my favorite. And there you go. Oh, not yet. Have to get that twine on the back. There you go. Now I have the twine, or not twine, yarn that I've had for a long time. It's just some like rustic red yarn. Wrapped it around my 4 fingers about 35 times to make a small pom-pom. And then I just trimmed it down to make it tinier and even. And so that would be a cute little pom-pom to put in my tree. I did these separately and put them in my tree separately, but here in a minute I'll show you that you can tie them on a piece of twine and they make a really cute garland. Well, that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I inspire you to be creative and think outside of the box with certain projects of your own, and the items that you find around your home that maybe you think you can change it into something different that fits your home a little bit better. I hope I inspired you to do that. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. And also comment below on what was your favorite item that I created today. And please, please, please give me some feedback, because I really enjoy hearing what I could do to make things better, what projects that I can bring you that will be exciting and creative for you. And I hope that you like my tree. I, I decorate it year round, and I hope I inspire you to get yours and to decorate year round as well. And if you don't have a tree, you can always use these Valentines that I created to just sit in a decorative box, on a shelf, on a riser. You can even make them small enough to put on your tiered trays. And even if you wanted to, you could make smaller ones and hang them on some twine and make a little banner like this. And also, I made this banner, so you know. But just be creative with it all and make different sizes, and just put them where you want, and just do what you feel is comfortable for your home. So again, subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss an upload, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.